Happy Hump Day. Welcome to another edition of Ladies Night. Hey. Thank you all for tuning in to the platform Sports Talk Show. This is your girl, Bunny. And I want to give a shout out, of course, to the host with the most, Smooth, and our other host, Mr. Stanton Official. Also, shout out to Jobo, who can't join us on Ladies Night tonight. But of course, we will still make everything happen, Captain, and still talk about good topics like what we do. Shout out to everybody that is on our Facebook page, YouTube, Twitter. And if you are on YouTube, please make sure subscribe, and click on that bell because anytime we are live, you too will be notified. And also, if you're leaving comments on our Facebook page, leave all comments under the platform Sports Talk Show. And our faithful viewer is already chimed in. Hi, Miss Williams. Thank you for tuning in for another Ladies Night edition. And let's get this party started. Right. So it's Wednesday, September 1st. First of all, it's September. Like, summer's almost over. Like, what's going on? I'm like, it's September. I'm still stuck in August. Anyway, glad to make it to another month. Glad to be alive. And yes, we are still in a pandemic. But hey, at least we got sports and other stuff to talk about. Real quickly, want to do make mention of the people that are trying to recuperate and who are suffering in the Louisiana area and some parts of the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Sorry that they are suffering. It's like 16th anniversary of Katrina. And here we go again where another powerful hurricane. At least the levee supposedly held up this time, but they had no power. Of course, that means no access to food, flooding. I love that city, New Orleans. Been there a few times. And unfortunately, it's just when they have to go through some things like this, it's just we want the community and the country and the world to come together because a lot of the people in New Orleans look like me. I don't want them to be forgotten. So anyway, hopefully everybody that's from New Orleans area, keep your heads up and we will not forget you all. And without further ado, let me bring on one of my panelists, one of my favorite woman coaches out there, the one and only Coach Stringer.
Yo.
What up, though?
What's poppin'?
Trying to get over the hump. I'm really trying.
It's almost over with for the week.
Man, almost. That's what I said. I can't believe it's September 1st. So, like, I was still stuck in August. I'm like, damn, it is September.
That was quick. This year is almost over. For real.
Like 2021. You remember, because, pandemic is new to us last year and the fall came, people like, all right, turn this corner, get a 2021, and like it was just going to disappear. Clearly.
I was, it's going too quick for me. I'm trying not to hit 30, so I need to slow down.
Please. Really?
Slow down.
Yeah. Just getting started. I'm the old here. I got a birthday at the end of the month, so.
Oh, what you doing?
No turn up.
No. I feel it.
We got to turn up when I enter my 40s. This is the end of my 30s. No turn up.
I feel it.
It's turned down low key. That's it. No. Look, I know somebody had a good birthday party early this year. Unfortunately, I missed it. I was out of town, but yeah, it won't be like how yours was.
No. I feel it.
Anyway. So what's been going on in your world, Coach? Tell me what's happening, what's with the latest with your players and your coaching endeavors. What's going on?
Same old same. Right now I'm just kind of going to schools right now, meeting coaches, trying to build some pipeline. So I got a break from coaching, so I'm just trying to knock that stuff out before schedule.
Okay. So, do you got more time on your hands, or you still busy making moves?
Yeah, I'm not as busy, so I'm out of town every weekend now. So I was just in Tuskegee. So.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah, I was just in Tuskegee.
I did a shameless plug when I saw it. I said, "Hey, You broke on my HBCU. It's right here in the state of Missouri.
Oh yeah, see, my old trainer is the coach at the women's coach there, so I was like, it's a better time to go ahead and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing, man. It was dope. It was dope.
Oh, good. Um, no, what's even funnier is the well, what do you call it? HBCU Wednesday that just got it started on ESPN's watching First Take.
Mm-hmm.
And every Wednesday for this month, next month, they're gonna highlight certain HBCUs. So happy to hear that. Putting them on the map today. They highlighted Alabama State. Then
Oh, word.
they showed a little clip in a few minutes of the students there, some of the coaches there, and some of the campus. So that's something they started. And funny thing, because First Take, it's transitioning over to just Stephen A being solo until he gets his permanent, I guess, next host. So from what I was reading, he wants just to be the only host on there and just have guests all the time.
That makes sense, though.
I mean, he can carry it on. I mean, Molly still be there too as a moderator.
Yeah.
But
I want to see some more HBCUs. Like, I went for 1 year, but I didn't get to experience all 4 years. And when I went to Tuskegee, I'm like, I'm finna roll again. Like, it was dope, man. It touched me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't expect that much knowledge that I learned from just that one visit. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
It was dope. Good. It was really dope.
That's good. That's good. That's good. And, for people who don't know, growing HBCUs, majority of them have been around for over 100 plus years, and you'll be surprised how many people in regular society, or as I just say, non-black people, who haven't heard of them until recently.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they have been there, and of course, because based off of slavery and post-slavery, majority of them are skewed in the center of the country to the East Coast. So it just seems like the notification that people now finally recognizing them is past due, but I'm happy that they are getting recognized. And it's even some other black students as well, young black students who haven't heard or not recognized of HBCU. And it depends on if you are, again, you in the Midwest, you in the South, Northeast, a lot of them are concentrated there. But once you head out west, past Oklahoma, all the way out to West Coast, Cali, Arizona, Washington, a lot of students have never heard of HBCUs. And it's embedded in this country, in this society. It's historical.
Right.
A lot of great leaders that have come from there, of course, athletes as well. But it's late than never. That's all I'm saying. So I'm glad you had a good visit. I'm glad you learned some things.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have some more visits to come to other HBCUs. Take some of your players because they.
I wish I could have. I wish I could have. I was planning to take some of my boys that had a basketball camp. But tickets high, last minute vendors.
Okay.
So, but I plan to do some more HBCUs. I'm trying to apply Atlanta in a couple weeks. So I got a couple schools in mind I want to hit before next month.
Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. And with Jackson State, which is another HBCU in Jackson, Mississippi, with them hiring Deion Sanders last year as a coach, because of the big platform he already has, followers, his prime time, just personality, that brought a little more light, and he's using the influence he has to get some more money for that school and more attention.
Right.
They using the HBCU combine to help these players. They got that started to get NFL scouts looking at them. It's also for high schoolers trying to go to college. They have HBCU combine here in St. Louis.
That's dope, man. This is amazing.
Yeah, it is, and I'm like, fortunate, like we've been here, like HBCU have been there. Like I said, I'm a proud graduate. I'm an advocate for it because we don't get the fun and don't get the recognition. Right. But when one person make it, we all make it.
Sure.
I'll just say last month when the Bucks, what month is this? Well, now it's September, but in June, when the Bucks won a championship, was that beginning of July, end of June? The Milwaukee Bucks won NBA championship. Yeah. Found out one of the minority owners is HBCU grad, and she's from my alma mater, Lincoln University. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we didn't, like some of us alumni didn't know that we had somebody that's a minority owner of an NBA team. That's big. There's only 3 women owners, minority owners in the league, but let alone she had to come from my HBCU.
Right.
But it was putting there like you have people that graduate from there who are in society doing big things that you just don't know because people, quote unquote, don't look for it. Or if you're not from the regular Ivy Leagues or some other type of schools like it's just somebody else. I'm like, no, it's this talent everywhere. Like I say, even with sports. And I know Tuskegee has produced some good athletes. You know, the retired Tom Joyner, radio DJ.
Hey,
Tuskegee.
it's the dude, man.
See, it's like people. It's like I know if you don't know, you just like okay. But I'm like, when we get somebody succeed, like we all succeed.
Sure. Each one teach one. That's all it is.
There you go. There you go. Oh, and speaking of NBA, so I don't have a favorite NBA team, but I just like to be entertained and I like certain players.
You don't have a favorite team? What? Not even the Celtics?
I used to be a Celtics fan when KG was there.
Oh man.
Because KG's my boy. That boy, he plays so much hard. But and you know, once he left, I'm like, eh. So I just like to be entertained though.
Okay.
And you know the running joke I got with people who are Lakers fans? Hey, the ARPT.
I ain't messing
Everybody mom on that squad. Oh.
I'm not entertaining that at all.
Right, they just acquired Rondo. Rondo.
That's my guy, but Lakers got too much going on. It's like a show right now. I can't really entertain it because there's too much going on. It's just too much.
They just trying to rebuild because they don't want to have a first round exit again. I mean, like I said, it's an ARP club. Like everybody's supposed to do something. It's pretty much over 30.
I'm not entertaining that route.
Like you, if you was on the squad, you'd be one of the youngest players, and you tell me you just hit 30. I JS.
I don't know what LeBron is trying to do, but it's just too much going on in LA right now. It's too much.
But that's what the city's all about. It's a lot going on in LA. You got a lot of options. You can do football, basketball, baseball. You can do go to the beach, skateboard, rollerblade. I mean, they say, hey, this is what our city about. You can go to make a movie.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They just like pick what you want, but we want the Lakers to be one of your number one destinations. So they used to a lot going on.
I ain't with it.
Bet.
I'm a hard pass on that one.
Okay. Okay. Oh, we got another panelist that is ready to make her, of course, but make herself known. The only person I know who is a Dallas Cowboys fan who act like they won the Super Bowl like in the last 20 years and literally haven't. They ain't even barely made the playoffs. But, you know, diehard fans do diehard crazy things. So, come on, Miss Annie, come on to the stage here. Come on, represent.
Hey.
How are you, honey?
I'm good. You know what? We should get Sadal on the show because, you know, he's into all that real estate and stuff. And the Cowboys seem to own a lot of free real estate in your head. Maybe Sadal can help you flip some of that, make some money because you bring them up every week. They live in rent free.
They go with the stigma with you because there ain't no real estate they in my head. The only real estate in my head.
You bring them up every time. Every time I see you bring them up.
For you. That's the stigma with you. That goes for Annie. Annie, Cowboy fan. That's what it is.
But there's so much more to me.
But see, for Coach Stringer, I can't do that with her. And Coach Stringer got a lot, and I don't have any stigma with her. And she's definitely from the South, and I don't be like, oh, that's Coach Stringer from the South. But I don't even do that to her.
I'm all
around. Telling you.
I'm just saying the Cowboys live rent free in your head. They have a lot of free real estate.
If it's not making me money, I ain't trying to hear it. The real estate got to make me money. The only real estate I think about. If they ain't the tenants of mine and tell me they got my rent, that real estate ain't in my head.
You talk about the Cowboys more than I do, and I'm supposed to be.
That's not true. Because you talk about them and the Pirates, and I'll be like, what?
The Pirates?
You're the one who brings up the Cowboys. It ain't even football season yet. We got
it is
until tomorrow.
Come on, September
until tomorrow.
It's preseason going on now. What are you talking about? It is football season.
You talking about preseason?
That's still part of football. College, high school is playing.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with the Cowboys.
It's football. I'm talking about the sport.
Okay. I'm just saying, you talk about the Cowboys way more than I ever do.
It's only so much I can talk about them because I don't keep up with them. Besides, everybody talking about Cam Newton should be getting a call from the Cowboys to back up Dak.
He should. He absolutely should.
But speaking of Cam, do you think now word on the street? Of course, it's always gonna be a storyline. He got cut. His vaccine status has something to do with it. Y'all believe that? Yes or no? For him getting cut, and one of the reasons because he's not vaccinated, he's missed out a week of practice. Yeah, do
Yeah, I
like
do
the
believe that
protocol.
was.
You
I do
do?
believe
Okay.
that's a large part of the reason. Yeah.
Is that like another one who did that was Urban Meyer, the coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars? You think somebody's vaccine status over their ability of playing or performing? You think that makes
It
like your
depends on where you are. Yeah, it depends on where you are on the depth chart. If you're, I mean, like DeAndre Hopkins came out, said that he's not getting vaccinated, but DeAndre Hopkins' position is not a threat. Once you get further down the 53-man roster, if you on punt team, just like anybody else can go take a hit, but you're vaccinated and can be available every week, and someone else can't come to the meetings, can't be in team events, can't travel with the team, I'm gonna go with the person who is less work because you're too far down the roster for me to be that invested in you. So I mean, lots of teams have reported that they have factored in vaccine, um, whether or not someone is vaccinated into their final 53-man roster and who made what spots, particularly at positions where there's a lot of depth, like wide receiver.
mm-hmm.
Again, in terms of like your special teams, whether or not teams are going to decide to have a designated QB. So maybe keep three QBs on their roster, but have one be designated in the same way they did last year, where there's someone who doesn't come to the facility at all. Like you're going to want that person to be vaccinated if they're supposed to be your like break in case of emergencies quarterback. So yeah, it absolutely plays a role. What we always say in sports is that the best ability is availability. And if you
Mm-hmm.
haven't been vaccinated, you cannot be as available as players who are. Point blank, period. Whether you catch COVID or not, it's immaterial. You're subjected to different protocols.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing with the team's money because if a game gets canceled due to a COVID outbreak, neither team gets paid for that game. Even though the team that did not cause the outbreak gets the win by forfeit, neither team gets paid. So you're putting everybody, you messing with people's money. It absolutely comes into play. If you are not a difference maker, world changer type player, then when you start getting to the margins of who makes a team and who doesn't, something like being available and not being available for 5 weeks when there's only a 17-week season absolutely can be the difference maker. And it makes sense for it to be.
So let's take this a little farther, not just with NFL, but jobs in general. Do you think? Again, I said this before. I'm not the vaccine police. I'm not gonna beat it down and go get vaccinated or stay away if you're not vaccinated. That's not my position. You do what you do, research, whatever floats your boat. My question is it okay though to be discriminated against if you choose not to be vaccinated but still want to show up to work? Like some districts, you heard education, they're like, hey, if teachers aren't vaccinated, you need to get tested once or twice a week.
Yeah.
So same thing in NFL. If you're talking about lowering the depth chart, what happened if you're a number one person like a Dak Prescott or Mac Jones, who's going to start for the Patriots? If they weren't vaccinated, should they still be treated indifferently or discriminated against?
It's not discrimination, it's a part of maintaining basic workplace health and safety. And so, just like they probably don't let them run around out there without, again, you don't have to get vaccinated. You are just subjected to different protocols. And so, I imagine if you have not been vaccinated against rubella or the mumps or polio or something else for which we have a vaccine, then if they were to say, bruh, we're going to subject you to different standards because you're mad risky, then that's them protecting the health and safety of the other players. Stop being selfish. It's not just about you. It's a communicable disease. Now, if they was out here saying, look, if you got the clap, then we can't let you in the locker room. That's different because
That'd be everybody locker room.
because y'all can control
diseases, baby.
Right. If you can sneeze on people and give them the clap, then I can see if they was like, nah, bro, y'all can't be in here with that.
They be lethal with that disease.
But this is something that is highly communicable that people can get with minimal contact and against their will. So for the health and safety of everybody else at the facility, for the health and safety, particularly of those who do not have the wage protection that coaches and players have. So you're talking about ticket taking staff, security, the little event staff people who are there, maintenance workers, like those people with whom you would have to be in close contact, who aren't making the money you're making, who may not have the same, like, I can be out of work for 5 weeks and still get a check. You're putting their livelihoods and families at risk. You're putting fans at risk. You're messing with the overall product and the like quality assurance of the product, because if you got to be out for 5 weeks just for being around somebody who coughed funny, then we can't guarantee what product is on there. And I don't understand why more fans aren't mad at this. I remember, oh my gosh, I think it was not the last, it was the last, one of Peyton Manning's last seasons in Indianapolis. And they had already locked up like the number one seed in the AFC. And it was like week 17 to the 16th game. And he didn't suit up. And people were mad because they were like, we came to watch Peyton Manning play. And what about those kids or those families who've been saving all year just to watch Peyton Manning play? And I'm like, those tickets say Indianapolis Colts versus whoever. It does not say Peyton Manning versus whoever. But people were like about to lose their minds about people who scrimped and saved to be able to see Peyton Manning in person. And he had the nerve to sit out and not play and not give the fans what they want. And so here you have people who are intentionally putting themselves at a high risk of not being available when they don't need to be. And I don't understand why people aren't more outraged about that in the same way that they would if someone was a healthy scratch.
You're saying fans? Fans are the man. It's more fans than players. Fans are causing half this to keep going anyway. Now, this would be my 2 cents regarding this disease or virus and regarding masks. Come on now. When they reopened last fall, NFL was one of the first major sports or sports leagues to have people in the stands since the pandemic started. And they had to have limited capacity, and you still didn't see fans with masks on. So you talking about risk with them players. Them damn fans is helping spread this crap too, though. It's more them than players out there. So they should be outraged at themselves. I mean, last year we didn't even have a vaccine. This year is another story. Culture like this, though. If you're talking about NFL, Annie, what about the NBA? Because NBA don't have a requirement to be vaccinated. They're not, from what I'm reading, if you're not vaccinated, then you can't be on the bench. Instead of a starter, you're going to be off the bench. They're not doing that. They're not, from again, what I'm reading, they're not putting people down the depth chart because they're not vaccinated. So why is the NFL doing it like this and not the NBA?
Well, I think the NBA should, first of all. And second of all, they have more leeway. So if they were to adopt the same protocols as the NFL, which says with contact tracing, if someone in your network has tested positive, then that's 5 weeks that you're out. There's only 17 games, whereas there's 82 in an NBA season. So missing 5 weeks is the equivalent, depending on where you are in the season, of missing not even a quarter of the season, whereas you'd be missing a third in the NFL. So it makes sense for them to have different protocols. Plus, in an NFL game, you use a higher percentage of your roster. You can sit at 13 in the NBA, but you can play like a 7-man rotation. You can use just about like 55% of your roster. You would use higher than that percentage in the NFL, so you're putting more people at risk. So, I mean, it's harder to contain, and therefore the restrictions make more sense in the NFL. And it makes sense that they would move first because their league is starting. Like, the NBA is not starting right now. There's still plenty of time for the, NBA Players Association and Chris Paul and
but they was out
for them to get together and come up with a regulation before
the vaccine was out when they were still in the when the playoffs started. The vaccine was available to everybody except the under 18 group.
Mm-hmm.
It was already out there. Now, granted, it's a fluid situation. I know because of the union and players association have to get together, but it just still seemed like it's just not a even playing field. Baseball still in.
But since then, we've seen rises in cases all across the nation. So and that's why when they didn't have a policy then doesn't mean they can't make one now.
MLB is not doing it. I don't know what the NHL will do because they start at the end of this month, their preseason.
Right.
I'm just saying it just seems because they got so many more people in the football. It's like you got all this extra. You said they have a short season, so many other moving parts. But every sports league has moving parts, even if it's only 12-man roster or 20 people. 20, MLB 25 for the most part. It's still a lot of
And
moving parts.
and when you're talking about the NFL, you're not talking about guaranteed contracts. So some of the higher end players may have guaranteed money up front, but they don't have guaranteed contracts in the NFL. So I would also collectively bargain something like this that protected me, because if I do not have a guaranteed contract and I'm man number 53 on this roster, but I have to sit out 5 weeks because I came in contact with high profile quarterback who already got $100 million cleared in his bank account, like I'm going to be mad. And so yeah, those things get collectively bargained, and they get collectively bargained for the people who are at the middle and who are at the lower end of the pay scale, not the high end celebrity people that you would recognize without their helmets on. So it just makes more sense for the NFL to do it, because their contracts are not for the same amount. They have a smaller window in which they can make top dollar at their position. Their roster sizes are larger and therefore present greater risk just by sheer volume of people with whom they would be around. They do not have guaranteed contracts. They have the shortest season of all of the major leagues, which means any number of games missed is going to represent a higher proportion of the season that's missed. For all those reasons, it makes sense for the NFL to be the first on this. And
Coach,
that's not to say
you
that the
agree?
others won't be.
Let me get her perspective. You agree or disagree with that?
That was some good facts. I didn't even think about it that way. To be honest, I didn't think about it that way. I'm really not even in the conversation of vaccination, because I think it's too much to intake. But I think those are some solid valid points.
I think, again, we know it's a fluid situation, but the NFL is just known to be hypocritical. So fine, we got all these protocols in place. We got this, that you gave this list thing. We'll see. That player association sucks. I've always said that about the NFL. I don't care if it's if I'm a business person, forget an owner, just a business person. Of course, you always try to limit your risk, try to get as much profits as you can, and without the you want ROI, return on your investment. So if your investment happens to be a lot of times more prone to getting an injury than someone else, guaranteed contract, but at the same time, you got power in numbers. NFL Players Association years ago, I said they suck compared to the other leagues. And then every time free agency come around for the NBA, maybe a little bit with MLB, you hear NFL players complaining like how much money these players are getting, this and that. And granted, it is different amount of players and the revenue changes, but still, they player association sucks. So I don't see them helping them in this situation. And the pandemic doesn't matter if you number 53, number 10, or one on the roster. The virus can touch anybody. You don't have to get a lot of PT just to not get in contact with somebody. Like I said, it's moving parts because all the people behind the scenes, from other coaches, assistants, trainers, gym people, it's just so many more moving parts. So I just see that they're doing it this way because their season's shorter. They still making that money. That's the thing, because you were saying contracts ain't guaranteed and all that. You know how many regular workers don't have guaranteed paychecks? They don't come to work. They don't get. I always try to look at it. I know because people look, it's a lot more money involved. But we all humans at the end of the day. I don't care if you making minimum wage to making that 15 minimum an hour or you get 15 million a minute. We are humans, and without one or the other, eventually stuff is not going to balance right. You're going to feel it. Hence why people, including these business owners, are complaining about a labor shortage. They're not necessarily concerned about the health of people. They want people out there so they can keep making profits for them. That's why I said with the education system, they want all these kids to go back. And you have districts here and there, they may have to shut back down because people are spreading COVID still. It wasn't for the safety. You'd be like, oh, we got this stuff in place. Okay, when the kids interact and get their social interaction and psychologically. No, you just want it to where the workers don't have to be home taking care of their kids so they can be making profits for you. Let's call it what it is. I get it, but it doesn't make sense right, but I get it. So we want to look at health reasons. No, you're looking at it from money perspective. That's why I said we are humans. Nobody.
But in the case of the NFL, the health, your product is dependent upon the players are your product. And so unlike a factory where a machine is doing all the work and someone just needs to push in the widgets
It still makes a
Pull out
difference.
the gadgets.
Look how many warehouses got people without them, hence the labor shortage. It's just what supply chain is why we complain we can't get a mask we order online, the food, the medicine, because that one person that just got to put in the package is not there. That's a product too, just like the person on the field.
No, it's not, because you can they could get no, it's not, because they can get me, you or coach down to the Amazon warehouse, train us how to do
they're
that.
trying to do that now and they can't get people to do that. Hence why
no, they're not. There's a difference between being willing to do what it takes to get someone to do it and having the ability to do it. So if they were willing to do what it takes to get people to do it, they could call any of us down there. I don't care how much money they pay the three of us. We cannot pass protect against Aaron Donald. We cannot cover Stephon Diggs.
We can. We just need like 10 more of us.
No, we cannot.
Not 10
no, we cannot.
Yeah, Coach Stringer is strong. I go live in her videos. Coach Stringer can hang with them for a little bit. And then
the three of us together. No, the three of us.
I can't do Jack. I just gonna be sitting there like F this.
No.
On the sideline like every man for himself, and I ain't one of them men. Yeah, I know.
The three of us together can hang around Aaron Donald's ankles, and he will drag us to the quarterback.
The ankles.
Because that's all I could get my arms around on Aaron Donald.
Coach Stringer is strong too, like you, Annie. Y'all give him a run for his money in 0.5 seconds.
Have you seen Aaron Donald?
I said 0.5 seconds. I didn't even say 1 full second. Like 0.5. Like your beauty is gonna catch him off guard. Then your strength.
Other than Ben Roethlisberger last year, who was getting rid of the ball in 0.5 seconds? Bro, that's not even enough time for a drop back. What is this? What is this offensive scheme you're running that only takes 0.5 seconds? So you ain't trying to win no game.
I'm giving y'all credit because I'm not throwing myself in there. Like I said, I weigh less than grass. So what am I gonna do? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. If Amazon wanted to pay good money, they could come pick any of us up and say, "Look, come insert these widgets, come pull out these gadgets, and we could do it." If Ezekiel Elliott, if Najee Harris, if any of them are out 5 weeks, none of us are filling their spot, no matter how much want to we have, no matter how much they pay us. So it's not the same thing as having a product, a tangible product, when the people are your product and when those people are rare human beings, one of like 3,500 people on a planet of 7 billion who can do what they do.
You see.
So the health is protecting the money. And since when do we need companies to have like all the morals in the world to do something? Like just do it. I don't care what your reasons are. But the thing is that the NFL has higher vaccination rates than most other employers in the country with fewer employees. So, okay, good for you, NFL. And yes, they've been hypocritical in the past. That doesn't mean they can't ever do something right. So this is the one thing you got right. Good for you, NFL.
We'll see. I'll see what the players case the season goes along because I don't want to be wishy-washy. One team got some high-profile players who need to do protocol, and they be like, wait. We'll get them past. And the other team got the high profile. They got to do the protocol. Because y'all remember. Because look, LeBron, okay, peep this. Remember in the playoffs? No. Was that the playoffs? It was for NBA. LeBron got caught going somewhere, and it was like, okay, he didn't have to sit it out with somebody else and go to protocol. And we know the LeBron compared to almost anybody else is not an even playing field as far as what you can get away with. And that's why I said we'll see what the NFL is going to do the same thing or not.
The first player who's going to get COVID is going to be Dak Prescott. I already know. I've been a Cowboys fan long enough.
I hear the crickets.
If something bad is going to happen, we're going to start it.
I hear those crickets. So Coach Stringer. oh my gosh. What was I about to say? Dang it. Oh, can you read the comments? Can you see the comments Miss Williams said? I'm sorry. And I need a
where's it at?
Shoot. What's the other thing called? On the
Facebook page or YouTube? But then I see them go away.
I just saw on the screen. Check
the thing. I'm sorry, Miss Williams, delay for looking at it. I got 4 eyes and I still can't see. You see them now?
I'm
These
looking
are
on
on the
Facebook.
YouTube. Is it on the YouTube page or the Facebook? Which one?
I'm looking on.
Ooh, that's a focus game face look.
For some jobs requiring a vaccine makes sense, such as healthcare or nursing homes. For sport figures, since they cannot wear masks all the time, it might make sense.
I had to get some headphones. That was not working out for me. So yeah, I saw Miss Williams' comment about since they can't wear masks, then it makes sense for probably for the football players. I mean, absolutely. As someone, when we for our last championship for the St. Louis Slam, our last championship was played in Denver, Colorado. So we
Mhm.
trained in like those like altitude masks for the whole time. That's how I feel whenever I'm like running late to the office and I have my mask on and I'm trying to run cross campus with that mask on. It reminds me of training for Colorado in terms of like
I
I
try
can
to work out in a mask. It's horrible. It is horrible.
yeah, it's like I cannot breathe at all. So no, they can't in between plays, they're not going to be putting on mask. At practice, they're going to be I mean, playing in a women's tackle football league, you get very well acquainted with the offensive lineman skincare routines because you be so up close and personal, and you can see through their little face mask. You can see who drinks their water,
Oh my god,
skincare routine together, who don't.
that's deep.
Right. So in the meantime, they could get other teammates and the support staff sick. And that's the thing is that for the players, first of all, not every player makes enough money to be able to just be like, forget it, I don't want to have to deal with this, I'm leaving. A lot of the people at the bottom of the roster haven't made generational wealth. They would have to go get other jobs if they got cut from the team or you know had to miss games, particularly at the beginning when there's still time to make cuts and trades.
Right.
If you have to go out at the very beginning of the season and you ain't high profile, like you're done.
Right.
But also in terms of like, the top coaches, like coordinators, head coaches, stuff like that, like they make good money. But just like the assistant tight ends coach, he ain't making lifetime money. They have tons of like interns, assistants, you have operations people, you have training staff. And so again, like the people who are at the very top of those positions, have walk away money, but the people who are under them and just like the everyday people who have to be there, they don't make walk away money and they can't afford to miss 5 weeks worth of work because someone who had money wanted to be reckless.
Right.
Unless they're going to start like a employee pool where they're going to put together their money in case they end up getting, you know, security staff. I've worked event staff at Carolina football games before for like $11 an hour. Do that job for who? For what?
Right. That's
It's
very
just,
tough.
it's just a whole bunch of asking underage people to stop drinking. I
Right.
got better things to do with my time.
Tell me how you really feel, honey.
Look, let me tell you how I really feel. Was I walked off during the game? That's how that job ended. Game two.
Wait, when you was a player, or you talking about being
No,
a
no, 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 no. I'm
bum?
talking about when I worked security at Carolina football games, like after I graduated.
Mmm. You be like, my pay ain't worth all this extra crap. Mm-mm.
Hell no. Because it's like security, but you're just event staff. I ain't go through no type of training. I ain't have no weapons.
Wait. So event
It's
staff is
just
like a
me in a
rent a
yellow
cop?
shirt telling people what?
You like a rent a cop at the event staff? I've seen them. Like
Not even a rental cop. They don't give you no weapons. They just give you a yellow shirt that says event staff. And it's just like,
Go out
Excuse
there.
me, can you put that container away? And then you got these frat boys looking at you like, no, man, F the system. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, do what it do. I'm out. I don't need this. I don't need this at all. I'm not here to babysit people's grown children who weren't raised right.
I'm
So
just their horse. I can see Annie and Coach Ray. I can see both of y'all being bouncers, or y'all could be some type of reinforcement.
I'll be the funniest one ever.
you think you would be funny if
Funny.
you were event staff?
Yeah, I'd be hilarious.
Nah, I need a weapon of some sort. I need me a Mr. Do Right for me to be up in the stands. Not just, I ain't telling people nothing. Just give them that pie to the back of the neck.
But
Handle
I
all
can see y'all get
problems.
with somebody if they come around. Like, did y'all see the video at the Steelers game going viral with the dude swinging on his because she slapped him first?
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't, and I'm sitting there like they gonna act like he need to leave. Oh, if he got to leave, everybody leave. But she was wrong. He could press charge against her because she provoked him and slapped him first.
Was this different than the fight that happened at the Rams game?
Yeah, this one I'm talking about at the Steelers. What happened at the Rams game? I didn't see that.
There was a fight at a Rams pregame. I think it was either week 1 or week 2 preseason. There was a fight at a Rams game, but it was like these. It was like one dude against like 2 or 3 dudes in terms of like talking back and forth. Then the one dude by himself, he's a black dude. He turned his back, and then a woman who wasn't even with the 3 white dudes who were arguing with him threw her drink at the black dude. So black dude turns around thinking it's the 3 white guys. So he starts laying in the spirit. The white woman takes off running. I was like, why don't somebody get her? I was cheering for somebody to go get her. Nobody got her, but she gonna drop the grenade and then take off running. Then other people started getting involved. Dude's pants fell down. But the dude he was beating up stopped, waited for him to pull his pants back up, and then commenced to getting his ass whooped again. That was your window.
Oh, nah,
That was your window. Why you? I mean, he was taking straight blows to the dome, and then the dude's pants dropped, and he was just like, "I'll wait." Okay, now you're gonna hit me in my face again. Like, what are you? He stumped him out too. I was like, you had a window. I guess his trauma response was freeze. He didn't have no fight nor flight because he just watched that man pull up his drawers and then start beating his ass again. So
this is crazy. That was a lot in that fight. That was a lot going on there. Okay,
there was a lot going on. And I wouldn't have been there with no yell. And the thing is that the security guard, she's up in the corner like, now y'all kids, right? Like, what is she gonna do?
The event staff shirt.
The event staff. She looked like she was an actual rental cop, though. She looked like she might have had a Mr. Do Right on her or something, but she wasn't gonna use it.
Oh my god!
Because it would have been her against the game. But no, she was just standing there, looking disappointed in everybody, but she ain't do nothing.
That would have been me.
You said that would have been you. You just said you would be good security.
I'll be a jokester. I'll make everybody laugh. I'm not messing.
No, you can't get in the middle of that with
fight. You gonna stop it or not? They pay you to try
my flashlight. Give my flashlight wiggle. That's about it. Nothing else.
Just start blinding people.
That's all I'm gonna do.
I can see you getting with somebody, Coach Stringer. Could let them start tussling and the elbow go near your face or to your face. You ain't gonna be using that flashlight no more. You going into straight. Oh hell no, Mo.
I'm not getting that close for it to even happen.
Right. No, I'm gonna use my flashlight. I'm just gonna use the other end of it. If somebody swing on me, they gotta meet the other end of the flashlight. Is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, funny. Oh my goodness.
Did we get all of Miss Williams' comments? I didn't see them all.
It was like she computing. Old school computer coaster. He's like she boop, 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 boop. Well, she doing that. Thank you everybody for tuning into the Platform Sports Talk Show. Appreciate you tuning in. If you're on our Facebook page, make sure you leave all comments under the Platform Sports Talk Show. If you're on YouTube, make sure you are subscribing. And if you're on Twitter, follow us on the Platform Sports Talk Show. And the next fun and games we can talk about is oh man, sorry, I went off on my phone.
Is
Um,
Cherita coming through today?
yeah, Sharia will be coming in after 8 because of the place that you just mentioned regarding factory workers.
Oh, okay.
I try not to mention places I don't have to. They ain't playing us, so I'll be like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know the A company.
Look, I owe them my firstborn. I buy so much stuff from them.
Girl, hilarious. Um, y'all ever know who I think we mentioned this some weeks ago, but you know who Rachel Nichols is from ESPN or
Mm-hmm.
formerly ESPN. So again, the story came out back in June, July that she made some comments regarding the another former ESPN sports personality, Maria Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And right after the Olympics, Maria Taylor was like, okay, Rachel, ESPN, it came out. People gave me their 2 cents about the situation. Maria Taylor signed that new contract with NBC. She was out.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, Rachel Nichols was still with ESPN. She hosts the show The Jump that comes on in the afternoon. Of course, they give her a sideline or regular reporting duties. So after Maria Taylor left, Rachel Nichols still with ESPN. So I'm thinking they're gonna keep her.
Mm-hmm.
They probably reprimanded her behind the scenes. No, they fired her. And so many words because they took away her show The Jump. It's off the air as of a couple weeks from now. She will no longer be doing ESPN reporting or anything because of the comments she made against Maria Taylor and the network.
Mm-hmm.
So I, when it first came out, I was like, it was a dig at Maria Taylor and it wasn't. And only reason, like I said, it came to light a year later. Somebody, a reporter from another newspaper, got hold of it, but it was a year after this happened, and it came out to the limelight. And now it's like ESPN want to do damage control a whole month after it came out. I don't know if she was, like I said, with HR type issues. Sometimes stuff people, they'll tell you after they get fired or let go what happened, or they'll be like they won't talk about it, depending on how they were let go and what the agreement is. But with Rachel Nichols, if it was a man in that position, would it have been the same way where he got caught talking about another coworker, and then a month later he get let go, or they would just reassign him? Because I know in corporate America, I've dealt with plenty of managers. They done stuff from them to sexual harassment, talking about somebody. I mean, it'd be some stuff, and they would just move them around. They don't fire them because they're
Mm-hmm.
management. It was like if you were just a regular union employee, if the union couldn't save you, then you gone. But with management, they try to sweep it under the rug. So again, I was wondering with Rachel Nichols, though, her situation, if it had been different or would that have been anybody. Because ESPN is known for letting people go for different reasons, not treating employees right, high profile ones. But I don't know if y'all have any thoughts on it or not. If you think she was let go or she should have still just been reassigned.
I don't even think she needed to get reassigned. I don't understand what took so long. So when it was first made public, not when it first happened, but when it was first made public, like her show was suspended for a couple days. And unless the outrage was internal, like it's not like people were really out here caping for a black woman. Like this is America. So it's not like there was like a huge campaign to like avenge Maria Taylor or nothing. Um oh wow.
I ain't heard that one. What?
I have
What
not
a
heard that
minute.
Birdman
either.
get us all the
But
information.
even if she did, good for her. I'm with it. Call me next time, Jimmy. I mean,
Hey, but that's why you was talking about earlier about the clap. I be saying, just like you.
look, I'm just saying, I
I'm just
never look,
saying, them teams. I heard them men in
people
the locker rooms, baby. They be had to
pe-
get them injections to keep that clap under control.
look, people's sexual proclivities are not my business and
Well,
should not
apparently
influence
Birdman
work
got access
decisions
to it.
and should not influence work decisions. So
Birdman is
if
all the
she
tea.
did, good for you. We all know Jimmy puts in work, so good for her. But in
Because
terms of her actual comments, that would actually be cause for firing.
Oh my god.
Um,
But wait. Let's go back to because Jimmy put in work. That means he can make a sex tape. I mean, I don't put in
That
work.
means it's probably worth watching. He's known for his work ethic. That's all I'm saying about Jimmy Butler. Y'all do with that what y'all will. Okay? He is known for his work ethic. He studies the game. That's all I'm saying about Jimmy Butler. Okay? My man studies his craft. What he doesn't have in talent, he makes up for with hard work. I just think that that's a transferable skill. That's all I'm saying. So back to Maria Taylor.
Right, okay.
And Rachel Nichols. I don't understand why Rachel Nichols got fired. I think a suspension would have been fine.
Oh my
Lose
God.
some coins.
Oh my
I don't understand. So I just feel like the outrage must have been internal for her to have lost her job after it having been out there for so long. So there must be more internal stuff going on about other, you know, Black people and allies maybe threatening to leave the company or
ESPN is
something.
known to have personnel
So,
issues. Like this one's public, but we know when other people have left because they didn't like what was going on. I mean, it's all entertainment, even though it's a network. It's still entertainment because they're sometimes what I know the ESPN will do with certain one of their personalities, like how what MTV used to do back in the day. When you had somebody that started to look like they get a little older, they don't have them on anymore because they want to cater to a certain audience, a certain looking place. And so ESPN, like I mentioned earlier, Stephen A, he can hold down first take by himself. He is that show. But then if you had like Max as a solo person on first take, it wouldn't be the same. And they would eventually let him move on, which they're doing now. Something else. You know, they know to be kind of shady or, with the Mike and Mike show. Mike and Mike in the morning. You can watch that a lot. And if some person don't like you or somebody, got more clout than the other, they will find you to another show and eventually just do not renew your contract. Get too old, like what's his name? Barman from the NFL. Put him in that role. But I mean he has been there for damn near since the network came along. So he is put in a lot of years. I get it. But at the same time, if you got the following or good people, why just let them go because they're out of that age range? Like personnel wise.
I did the same thing to my girl Pam Oliver.
And that was my girl too. But what do people do? Take they talents elsewhere. It's like ESPN ain't the only one out there. I don't know how pay wise that they had to see a big dip off in that or not, but sometimes you be like, I know I could go somewhere else, but it's just for them to be the premier sports network, you would think they would have personal issues, meaning it's public, and then doing some of the stuff they're doing, but it ain't in my pay grade. I'm about to say technically I don't have stock in it, but I do, so let me not say that. I do have Disney shares, and ESPN is owned by Disney, so I guess I do have a little stake in it. But anyway, I just hope that you said because nobody's came for a Black woman. Maria was like she wasn't gonna wait around for somebody to do it. She left on her terms and whatever she did with NBC. I bet she's nicely compensated. I'm sorry to go there, for her to have this issue, but if that's said behind closed doors with Rachel and what she said about her, and that was just caught, well, imagine the other stuff they said about people that we don't hear now. And we looking at these people on TV all the time, thinking, oh, they're good analysts, they're good personalities, and they probably just as evil-minded or just so backstabbing as they want to be.
Yeah. I don't even think that what she said was evil. I think the reason why it tripped up Rachel Nichols so much is because she has very publicly been an ally, particularly during the Black Lives Matter movement. And so to publicly be an ally, but then behind closed doors, want to protect your white space, that's what tripped her up in terms of no, why are they giving this to a Black woman? And I understand that just because ESPN hasn't been diverse and inclusive this whole time doesn't mean that they should divide the pie up from me, given her minoritized status in the company as a woman, right?
But Rachel, when she said that, I was like, okay, I get you want to express your feelings, but you have so much more in a woman's perspective. Not with the person. For being a woman, you have so much more than some of the lower end male personalities. But for a woman, you had your own show. You have done these interviews, you get the number one players interview. It's like, not saying you not be happy, but man, you got a lot of good stuff there in your
And
favor.
she worked really hard for that.
And I don't take that away from her. And Rachel Nichols is good. I
Right.
like her.
And that's what
I
she was
do.
saying, was she was like, I had to work really hard for this. So
But
if you got to
you
carve out some
said, Maria
stuff for
Shea was
somebody else. No, I understand. No, I agree. I'm just saying, I don't think that what she said was so egregious on its face. The reason why it became problematic is because she was very publicly an ally, and that is not ally talk. To be like, well, don't I want you all to have stuff. Yes, just don't take it from me. That's not allyship, and that's why she got
Okay.
tripped up, is because she was very publicly like, yes, Black Lives Matter, and doing all these interviews with players and getting their voices out there, and we stand, we stand, we stand.
Mhm.
And then she got behind closed doors with this man and was like, I mean, something with her and tapes where she don't know when they rolling or not. And so she was just caught up again with the tape rolling, having a conversation with somebody who didn't have the same amount of risk. Because to me, what he said in return was worse, but he wasn't at the same risk as she was in terms of his job. I haven't heard anything about that, about his job, right? But I felt like what he said was worse, because he threw on like, yeah, between this and the between this and the Me Too movement, I'm wore out. Like he threw everybody under the bus. All she said was, just because ESPN hasn't been doing right all this time doesn't mean you make up for it on the backs of what I've earned. And that's a valid point, but you can't be out in these streets saying that you want people to have stuff and then behind closed doors being like, but as long as they don't take it from me.
Yeah, I say that behind closed doors. I'll be like, just don't take my bank. Don't take my coins.
Right, but make sure you log all the way out the platform before you say that, though. That's all I'm saying.
Don't have a
Like
hot
when
mic.
the show ends and we do our post-production meeting, if we got shit to say about Smoooth, we need to make sure everybody's logged off the platform. We get in a separate chat. We don't say it in the space where he is while the footage is still rolling. Like, bro, that's where you messed up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But if she took as a parting gift some quality bubble time with Jimmy Butler,
Here you go.
that's not a bad parting gift.
I just want to know how Birdman know about this damn stuff. Like, you got to some to Jimmy Butler camp? Because I ain't never heard. Like, I don't keep up with all the little Hollywood gossip and all that, but y'all got Miss Williams rolling at y'all.
Look, I'm just saying, if I had to leave ESPN and they were like, as a parting gift, you get one night with an NBA player, I'd be like, okay, I'll take my check and walk. Yes, sir.
You gonna take Jimmy Buckets?
I'm not taking Jimmy Butler. If I have my choice of anybody,
that's current active player, yeah.
Oh, my apologies to the soon-to-be Mrs. George, but Paul is coming with me for the night. Yes, ma'am. And honorable mention or guest starring, however you want to put it, Boogie Cousins come through the door.
Wait, Coach Trigger's face is so priceless right now. She said, you got our nose so scrunched up over there, baby. We can make a meme of that face. Oh my God! If you don't like Paul George, you don't think it's worth when you're risking it all when you're getting kicked out your job. You don't think it's worth risking it all? No.
You said Paul George ain't attractive.
He look kind of
different.
Is it because, like she said, Jimmy Butler go hard, he can play good though? He's good. You thinking Paul George, if he was, I don't know, a championship contender like Paul George, that make a difference? You know that people say if you got money, you look different.
No.
If you got championship ring, you don't look a little different. That don't work for him.
Rondo got championship rings and he ain't even in contention for this. So no. I'm not here for your rings. What am I going to do with your rings?
Oh God.
That's not what this game is.
He's not ugly.
This game is if you got to risk it all.
Nah, I can't say Paul's attractive. Paul look kind of different, man. He look kind of different.
Oh no. He's just. Well, go ahead and bring Cherita into the room.
Let me bring our other panelists.
Before this becomes the Platform Sports Talk Show after dark.
Hey, but it's still ladies' night, so we gonna talk about it. Hey,
Look, I'm just saying.
To be authentic. Ain't that right, Cherita? Uh-oh, can't hear you,
We
sweetie.
can't hear you. You on mute.
Wait. Yes, you.
Double muted.
There you go.
Can we make it after dark though? Because I was okay with that.
Look, I'm just saying, if Birdman got the connections, if he know how to get in touch with Mr. George, please tell him he don't even have to slide in the DM. The DM is wide open. He can stomp through it. You ain't got to slide nothing. March on in.
Just show up at the front door.
Right. Right. Oh man, Taco Falls. No, I can't take that L.
Taco Falls? What?
No, not Taco Falls at all. First of all, the geometry is just off. I ain't trying to solve no geometry problems in this situation. So there's that. And then two, just no. We talking about risking it all for a dream job? I'm just saying, if anybody knows Paul George and or Boogie Cousins.
Boogie? I mean,
do I get to pick a videographer too? Because I want Clay in the room. I love Clay Thompson. That's basic.
I can approve that one.
Well,
what? You would rather risk
really
it all for Clay than Paul George?
I wouldn't risk it all. People in. I'm assuming you don't know these people.
Not me.
What? Yeah. I love. No, if this was like an MFK, like I would marry Clay. And he can be the videographer, but he's not the one to risk it all for. Cherita, help me out, please.
Cherita don't know the players. She need to go to Google Images.
I did Google. I actually did.
Okay. I was like, I need a cosign on this.
I mean, I got you. You know, it doesn't involve me. Whatever makes you happy. Go for it.
I appreciate you.
Got you.
See, that's why I need Cherita in the room.
2 and 2.
Co-signs my nonsense. I appreciate it.
Not the nonsense. Again, Birdman I just want to know how he got the inside information. But Birdman, Miss Williams, everybody else, thank you for tuning in to the Platform Sports Talk Show. We appreciate y'all on this ladies' night, hump day. And if
first of the month
on Facebook,
right?
Twitter, YouTube.
Who got their benefits today?
They got the benefits today. They got their free ladies' night after dark special going on here.
Right.
All because he mentioned that dang old Jimmy Bucket, because I swear I ain't never heard that one before. But and Coach Stringer got to prove who y'all like, because she did not share for not Townsend. What was the other one you said? Not Boogie. Who was the other person? Oh, Paul George. It gotta meet Coach Stringer's approval. She's been like, it ain't working.
I need Coach Stringer to like reevaluate or do something. I need some arbitration because
I'm looking out for your best interest.
But Paul George isn't my best interest.
But why Birdman say none of them look alike? He said none of them were in the same category. That's what Birdman said.
They ain't gotta be though.
He said it's like they ain't even peanut butter and jelly. They not ham and burger. They're not Kool-Aid, sugar. They're not.
Look, when I buy Kool-Aid, I buy the variety pack. Okay, so
she likes Skittles. She want to taste the rainbow. She want different flavors, different options.
Exactly.
Hilarious.
Buys Annie Skittles for Christmas.
Yes. Please.
Look, like Cherita, since you in WWE, is there any certain wrestlers that?
Who would you risk it all for, Cherita?
Oh, do we have time? Being a Christian, I gotta pick out who's not married.
No, you don't. That's why. That's why Paul George was. That's why I started my Paul George with my apologies to the future Mrs. George.
You know, with all due respect, should Roman Reigns become single tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Should Roman Reigns become single tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Roman Reigns.
I would braid that man's hair.
Okay,
honestly, I'm still a CM Punk fan, and that man he's aged as well as a white man can age. So, like, you know, CM Punk can still get my number.
I didn't even know CM Punk was a single person. I thought that was a group.
Yes, amen.
Coach Stringer had a fact check that face.
Coach, how you sign up for Roman Reigns and not Paul George? don't understand. What Paul George do to you? I feel like this is getting personal. Because ain't no way.
He stole her lunch money.
Right. Something
Her
happened.
grandmama gave her that necklace. Like, it's serious.
Something happened because ain't no way Paul George don't make the cut.
I don't.
I'm about
He's not unattractive as far as Paul George is concerned. He has a subjective face. You know, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't.
His face is not subjective. That man is objectively an Adonis.
Adonis?
Okay.
Yes.
I've seen some of those statues. That's not a good reference.
Have you seen this man's lips?
I did. That's the one thing I saw very clearly.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm just saying, especially when he be edged up. Look, I don't. Houseway. I feel like I need to do a Paul George like appreciation post.
Go for it. Make a montage.
No.
It's coming, ladies.
Wait, who's getting the thumbs down, Coach Stringer? Who you thumbs down?
Oh.
She's
I don't understand. I don't even know if y'all can see this. If I
all
hold
these
this up, hold
athletes
on.
out here. Come on, y'all.
Okay, so the picture I saw, he needed a haircut. That's decent.
How do you not? What? Look at the.
Ugh.
You like the full lips that are greased up. I see it.
Look, I'm just saying. Look.
If it makes you happy, I'm all happy for you. But in my opinion, you deserve better than Paul George.
As long as you invite me to the wedding and I get to invite who on his side gets to come, I'm all for this.
Girl, this ain't about no marriage. We taking Rachel Nichols, take one for the team on your way out type situation.
I feel you. But I'm just saying, if you meet him, I need to meet somebody who knows him. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
So I need you on the team, Annie. I need you on the team.
Look, I got you. Look, you
Yeah,
have my
if anybody-
backup. I'm inviting DeMarcus Cousins to play backup QB in this situation. If
you know, I gotta Google who that
permits.
is.
Yes, Google DeMarcus Cousins. Clay's gonna be the videographer, so you know he can always get in the game, do some selfies.
Look, Coach Stringer, you work in a male-dominated, of course, sports with all those male coaches. So I know you run across and see different shenanigans. I even see refs, because I'll see refs on timeout holler at some chicks in the stand. So I know they risk it all the time, married and no married. That's why when you put that disclaimer there, Cherita, I'm like, them men don't do this.
That was for me in my ticket to heaven. That wasn't for nobody else.
A ring don't mean nothing.
I just said I've seen firsthand. I'll specifically say the refs. I can't speak for the coaches, but I've seen refs take that time out, knee all in the bleacher, rap it to a chick, and you know they said they have a ring on their finger. I be like,
before the game,
I don't think that's a casual conversation with a fan.
It's bad, but you know, females are starting to come to the games more to find those single daddies and those daddies that come when their wife at home. It's crazy, man. I be laughing.
Yeah. That's his wife at home, not hers. That ain't her problem.
You know, nobody's safe.
Right. That's why you gotta get vaccinated.
Everybody. I know that's not for everybody, but I'm only going off of because I've been to plenty basketball games, and I'm like,
Annie, be you. Be you.
Thank
It's
you.
not toxic.
Thank you. I'm not being toxic. I'm being philanthropic.
Genuine.
that's where we're gonna use philanthropic to describe this.
Yes.
What?
I want to play.
I'm a giver.
I'm not here to help. You didn't sign me up to help.
Too much.
You know, this is the first time I've jumped in mid-show, and I could just jump in and know what the hell y'all talking about. I appreciate this today.
No problem.
As long as
Honey,
we
didn't hear what sport are you grabbing from? You gonna risk it all in hockey? You gonna risk it all in baseball?
This one.
No.
So sorry.
No,
I got the mama hat on right now while I'm.
Oh Lord, you can't be talking about risking it all with the babies in the room. Lord, now you got me sinning. Got me talking about risking it all with the babies in the room.
Hold on, y'all had me sitting talking about it don't matter if you married.
Look, if only for one night.
Yo,
After a song.
you're my little secret. Somebody play The Escape.
Look, there you go. There you go. That's exactly right.
Oh man, y'all hilarious.
Everybody cheats, but you gotta know
Here
how.
we go from
They
there.
do.
Now back
They
there.
do.
Mommy has on pause right now.
Infatuation
With
with
you, take me on an
I miss
emotional
something.
high. I'm
You actually risk
out David. Get it, coach.
Yeah.
Moves like Jagger. Yes.
Coach, what's in your cup?
What's in your cup? I know that's not coffee.
What's in your cup?
Yes, you.
It's tea. It's tea. I'm listening to y'all risk it all, and I'm just soothing my night.
Lies and deceit.
You know,
Lies and deceit.
it's tea.
She said the truth is not in you, coach.
It's tea. It relaxes me at night.
Oh man,
What's your alter ego
name again?
Yeah, Smooth want to know what's your alter ego, Coach Stringer.
Because Coach is trying to be like real domestic right now, but we looked at her rap videos last time.
Hold up, I missed rap videos?
Yes, you got to Google Coach. Coach be out here.
Nah, that's bad.
Coach belongs to the streets.
No, I'm trying to.
The streets belong to you, Coach. The streets belong to you.
The streets are named after her.
Settle down.
Okay, the streets are named after her, and you listen to them songs.
That's the old me. The new me is working to be married one day.
Okay, we talking about it only for one night, though.
I don't want to ruin it for you, Coach, but it ain't everything you think it is.
For one night?
No, you said getting married.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What'd you say, Cherita?
Nothing.
She said, good luck to all the married couples. Peace and blessings.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Praise them.
Oh, well, you don't need a recap, Cherita, since you done came in on here and chimed in. Now Miss Williams wants some links to your coach, the videos, Coach. This week that she needs some links to the videos.
Yo, if anybody has the link, put it in the comment section, please and thank you.
Action on Mercy on YouTube.
Lord Jesus.
That's the one for the daytime, right? That ain't the after dark part. I got it.
No, we on after dark now.
Stick to that, okay?
That's the after
That's your
dark.
daytime.
Yeah, she trying to give us the link to her coaching job. We trying to get the link to the trap music.
Hey,
That's
drop both. Drop both.
Oh my God.
I'm sure
We're
I
a
got
tag
a
team.
history search here.
We're a tag team. Annie and I are a tag team.
Absolutely. It don't feel right being here without you, Cherita.
I'm holding the rope right now. Just tag me in.
Y'all hilarious. All I can say. Last but not least, it was another topic I was gonna bring up, but y'all done went to basically ladies' night after dark. Y'all like Twitter after dark. Y'all on Twitter? I'm not, but I heard about how Twitter after dark is.
It'd be wild, man.
Coach
Demon time on the platform Sports Talk Show. Let's go.
Coach, no.
What you know, Coach?
Yesterday, I saw Trick Daddy. I don't know if y'all heard that Trick Daddy story.
Please do tell. Please tell.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got to
Coach.
snick her real hard over there. She left.
Yeah, Coach. You tell. And tell Miss
Sip your
Williams
tea,
too.
Coach.
Tell Miss Williams too, Coach.
I don't know if I can say it on here.
I mean,
You
it's not.
can't.
We
You
Did you
can't.
sign an NDA? Then say it.
Yeah, she's trying
we
to.
talk over PG-13. It's okay. You can mention rated R.
Trick Daddy is getting the groceries ate.
Oh yeah, I heard that's why he was trending yesterday. I heard that was the reason why. Thank God I'm not on.
That's the face I made, Cherita.
You know, I take it back. I wish we just hadn't said that one. I take it back.
I tried to warn
Yeah, I
you.
had Trick Daddy trended. I'm glad I only read somebody. I'm not on Twitter like that, so I'm glad I heard about it. I'm like, how did that
I
come
tried
out?
to warn you. Can we go back to talking about Paul George and Boogie Cousins? Because I don't want images of Trick Daddy and his groceries.
If anybody's watching and y'all got Roman Reigns' like single cousin's number. They all look the same. I'll take anybody in the bloodline.
She just wants anybody in the Reigns family.
Anybody?
You know, technically the Johnson
wanna take
family.
them
I know
all.
what I'm asking for.
Okay. Okay for them. Okay. She'll sneak back in the locker room for them. She'll risk it all. She'll even have event staff escort her out. She says it's worth all that.
Look, that
I
event
would sort
staff ain't
myself
worth
out.
nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. I can tell you that from experience. Event staff is doing nothing. They're not here
They
for
ain't
your
catering.
nonsense. Right, they are not here for your nonsense.
What did I miss besides the fact that Coach got a mixtape out and he's trying to book a ball player? And Bunny's just being amazing. Hey, Bunny. New hairdo? You look good, girl.
Thank you. And Smoooth said, were there any potentials while you were in Vegas?
Look, I was in Vegas on mommy duty. I was trying to make sure my daughter didn't run into the streets. So, no potentials. Live that mom life. Made my baby happy for a weekend. Wasn't even on that mission, but I will return.
Yes.
Y'all, we should just go together. Can we just book the next trip and all go to Vegas?
Go and make it not a kid-friendly trip. You'll be like, this is adult.
For sure.
Do it different.
Yes, we definitely need a platform sports talk show after dark, filmed live in Vegas.
Boom.
We outside.
On the run.
Coach Stringer and her little to the shoulder action, baby.
Look, we're gonna be out here.
I'm gonna chill at 30, so I got a little more time, you know what I'm saying, to be outside with it.
Here we go.
You said when you 30?
Yeah, when I'm 30.
Oh Lord, I'm old.
You ain't 30 yet?
No.
Oh Lord, I'm up here talking to the babies about the tapes and stuff. Oh Lord.
The capes, what?
Tapes. She don't even know what tapes is. She ain't even 30.
Man, I know what tapes.
She know.
On the fire stick or whatever the kids do nowadays.
sorry.
I don't know what they put the videos on. They put the videos on the fire stick.
Not the
Is that a thing? Look, I don't know.
The HBCU bunny. The homecoming bunny.
Ain't none of that this year, honey. That is not existing. No homecoming for me. Gotta catch y'all next year.
I get oil delivered. That's the only reason I went to homecoming. I'm good.
When you talking about Coach Stringer, when she first got on, she was talking about our trip to Tuskegee last week. So I'm talking about the HBCU life. You've been there forever.
I think I'm going to Spell House this homecoming, to be honest with you.
I haven't been yet, but I plan on. I was actually supposed to go to Alabama A&M's homecoming this year because they're playing Jackson State. But can't get that in this year. Gotta next year.
Y'all can come down here. I'm in Tallahassee. Y'all can go to FAMU's.
Y'all have a big classic. Y'all play Bethune-Cookman, right, fam? Against Bethune-Cookman. Is that one of the classics?
Look, I don't know. I'll be trying to get out of town when that be going on.
Really? When everybody coming in, you leaving?
They not legal. What I'm gonna be here for?
No, everybody ain't legal. No, hold on. Everybody is not a baby. When they come to them classics, no.
No, they babies to me.
What's your son like, Miss Williams? Inquiring minds want to know.
Drop links in the chat.
Y'all hilarious. No, but Eddie, when you talk about the football classic, it's people from all age groups, but it's older. It's definitely people not college age. It's people that got jobs and careers that come in now. They're the one that you want to be around. The tailgates, the babies don't go to the tailgates.
Okay.
They may be ones somewhat in the stands and, by the bands, but no.
I was always at the tailgate.
And then in the hotels, the lobbies. The babies ain't there.
I mean, we was in Jeff City though, so I mean, you didn't have much of an
I'm
option.
just talking about other HBCUs too, though, not just our homecoming, but other people. She's like the babies coming for the fam classic. I'm like, nah, people be flocking, different age groups, People treat. Let me say this: people treat HBCU homecomings like it's Vegas.
Okay.
Because it is.
Edward,
it is.
Arizona.
Okay.
There you go, Cherita.
Arizona's nice this time of year.
It's not far from Vegas.
Right. This could work out.
I might approve.
All right, so I got Annie is an accomplice. I got Coach Stringer for approval.
Absolutely.
Bunny, what you gonna do? What you got?
No joke, y'all.
Bunny need to watch Carmen.
I guess I'll be on the babysitting duties. Oh,
Right.
Smooth said not approved. Smooth ain't for it. Smooth said he don't approve.
What's Smooth got to do with it?
I don't know
That's what
why
I
he
was-
said he don't approve.
Damn, Ike.
Right. Can you just run the show? Like, why are you taking away people's blessings?
Only child, and I inherited 3 sisters and an older brother. Look at this.
Tell him all because he all happy goo and all that. It don't mean he can't just keep it for himself. He need to share the love with everybody. He can't just let one person be only one happy up booed up. You know. Dude. Anyway, he said he was repeating what you said, Coach. That's what he's saying.
We'll run them. We'll run them past you. You let us know.
I got a good eye for this kind of thing, you know.
I might need to live
Not
my
if
life
you
through
take
Andy
Paul
for a
George
second,
out the
though.
rundown. You said
I mean,
what?
we got our own little dating service she can start for y'all. Then that what you saying?
Hey, for sure, I'm great.
We need an app.
Especially all them other coaches you interact with and deal with,
I
and
got
they
all male coaches around me, so I be, shooting that arrow.
There we go.
Cherita is not ready to risk anything.
I just need like a coach's roster. That's all. Just let me see some photos and measurements.
Okay.
What you
Position
measuring,
would be
Annie?
helpful.
What you measuring, Annie?
Height, my dear. Height and weight.
Uh-huh.
Height and weight, my dear. And position would be helpful. Let me know what position they coach.
What they coach.
What
Got
position
it. You
they
gotta be
coach?
clear. You gotta be clear.
What position they coach.
You doing measurements and you want positions. You gotta make sure you put that
I want to know
whole thing
what
in
positions they coach.
it don't matter if it's basketball, football, baseball. Coach Stringer, do you run any other type of coaches besides basketball?
All basketball.
All
All basketball. Oh man, I thought you had some football coaches.
Nah.
Because positionality indicates personality type.
I never heard that before, but okay, that's new.
Yes.
So you want a football coach, man, dude?
I want a football coach in this order: linebacker coach, defensive line coach, defensive back coach, special teams coach, running back coach, defensive coordinator, assistant defensive coordinator.
You like defensive man?
You like them thick.
A protector.
That's what I'm thinking.
All of these are yeses, but it's also about like an aggressive attitude. Play to win the game. And holding down the fort.
Oh, okay.
No scores allowed. All of the euphemisms. All of the euphemisms. Okay, where am I at now? Okay, we did secondary, we did linebackers, we did defensive line, we did all the defensive coordinators, we did running back coach. I'm gonna go wide receiver coach. You can put the O-line coaches and the quarterback coaches on the Heat, man. I don't even want them. That's trash.
Wow. Well, are you playing? Speaking of all these coaches, football coaches, are you playing at all?
I am not playing. I am remaining in retirement, but I am helping out the team on some of the behind the scenes administrative stuff, board development, all that other good stuff.
You miss playing?
Absolutely. I can't hit nobody legally.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I
That's
miss
good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, I miss being able to take people's heads off.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. So with football, and let's bring it back. We already talked about NFL, but with college football, do you follow that at all, or you strictly watch NFL? Okay.
Who?
Annie.
Do I watch college football?
Yeah, I know we already talked about NFL stuff earlier, but yeah, do you watch college football too?
I do. Okay. I have to make sure that before I have any feelings, though, that I Google to see people's ages. I need to make sure people are legal first before I have feelings.
Yeah. Steve Birdman question.
How many HR visits did you have working that event? Look, I didn't have any because I only worked for 1.25 games. So it didn't even make it that long for me to have any HR visits. But no, I mean, of course, I root for the Tar Heels. So I watch their games when they're nationally televised. And I have the ACC network, so I'll catch them occasionally. Yeah, I can watch any type of football really. So as long as it's somewhat competitive,
Now I
like
don't
it
hear
doesn't
about the
even matter who's
slam
playing.
anymore. Is the slam still going on up here? Or they still marketing them? Because I don't.
Yep. So they have their first tryouts this coming Saturday.
Oh, okay. So they just about to be started. So that your season, well, the women's football league season starts a little later than college and the
Yeah.
pros.
So games start in April.
Okay.
So tryouts happen during the fall. Practices start in January. Games start in April. Women's tackle football runs in the spring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
So we're after the NFL in college.
Good to know.
But
Well,
yeah, check them out. I'm looking
you
up
know
the
anybody still playing
tryout
for the slam?
information. You said what now?
You know anybody that's still playing on the slam?
Oh yeah, a lot of people are coming back. Let's see. Nope, the first tryouts were the 29th. So then they'll have one in September, and I'll let y'all know when that is. So they just had the first tryout on this past Sunday.
And
But yeah,
just like with any other sport, the people have to they train and prep before they even do tryouts. Like, is this serious competition? Do they do cuts for women's professional football?
so I mean, there can be cuts if there is a risk that someone will get hurt. But otherwise, it's more about like position, right? So we're in D1 this year, starting this year. This will be our first year in D1. So we can carry rosters of any size as a D1 team. D2 and D3 have roster size restrictions. We played in D2, um, for the last couple of years. So we had max roster spots of 40 women. But now we can have an unlimited roster size, but it's just about competing for position and playing time. But yeah, we our coaches our coaches are our competitive advantage. Like we have dope players for sure. But our coaches are the difference makers, and so they teach you how to play. They'll coach you up. They're good at identifying talent, identifying where you need to go. So you don't have to have any prior experience. Just show up, be ready to work hard, and they'll put you in the right position to win.
So you
You feel
said
like you
D
could be a good
one,
coach. Hmm.
D1. It's a college team.
No, so it's the Women's Professional Football League. So the Women's Football Alliance is the league that we play in, and there's three divisions. So D1 are the larger metropolitan areas. D3 is kind of like the developmental league for like new teams and
Oh,
teams that don't have teams that aren't large enough to have a one-way roster. So they have fewer than 22 people.
can I play?
Um, absolutely. You should absolutely play for this, Leia. Go out there. I will email you directly. You think this is a game and it is not.
Now
I
they
will
probably
email
wear me
you
out.
directly. No,
Shit
they
is that
not.
real?
No, they not. I'm gonna put you out there. I'm gonna send you with a recommendation on your back.
What's
Coach
my
Rick, I
position
told you
gonna
I could
be?
see you doing it. You and Andy, y'all can handle Aaron Donald for them 0.5 seconds. I told y'all.
I'm
Look, the
little.
type of handling I would be doing of Aaron Donald in point 0.5 seconds would not be a legal football move. So, coach, what is that face? What is that face, coach? What is that face? Look, I'm just saying.
Okay. Oh
I'm
my
just trying
gosh.
to figure out what movie it's talking about.
Look, it won't be a legal football move. That's all. That's all we need to know.
Oh man.
Williams
Okay,
asked a
so
good question.
most
Miss
male pro football players get their experience in high school and college. Is there a place where women football players can get experience prior to the pros? Yeah, the same leagues if they play. So girls will play pee wee with the boys. There's a increasing number of girls who are playing on their middle school and high school football teams. Um, but there aren't really women's leagues or girls leagues. So there's camps for girls, but there aren't leagues for girls yet. Not tackle. So they just play on the boys teams, or not even the boys teams. They play on the school teams, which are mostly made up of boys. But yeah, I think I played against Chris because didn't Chris play for Kansas City? Talking about Birdman.
Yeah.
Said,
Birdman got all the information.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, where does he get his inside information?
right.
Birdman
I
know
thought Chris played for Kansas City.
Coach Stringer, is that who you getting your tea from? When you talking about some good tea there, I'm like, you getting the tea from him?
Right.
know who Birdman is.
Birdman, reveal yourself.
Birdman is incognito. What if Birdman is Jimmy Butler? That's how he know about the tape.
Well, he should know that I said no. Did I?
Oh my gosh! Well, while you talking about Birdman and Jimmy Butler, anybody else? Make sure tell people to tune into the show. This is some good content. Ladies' nights once a month on Hump Day, but all throughout the month we have great shows, great content, great interviews. So please, 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 if you're on YouTube, subscribe. Click on that bell.
Now
Twitter,
I need to
follow
Google
us.
Angelo
Facebook,
Dawkins.
follow
I
us.
don't
You
know
sure
what Angelo
do.
Dawkins is.
You sure do.
Am I gonna like what I see when I Google Angelo Dawkins? Or are you trying to play me?
I never heard
No,
of
they
it.
look like they go to the same barber though.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I'm completely clueless. Who is Angelo Dawkins?
You gotta go. I had to Google.
She played for the Slam and was a running back. No, she probably played before I did. My first season with the Slam was in 2016.
Well, alrighty then, y'all.
Mm,
And I'm trying to
Cherita.
Google real quickly, but okay.
I didn't
He
say
ain't-
you like him. I'm saying they like they could be a kin.
Look, I mean, he could get it, but I'm just saying this ain't like risk it all material. But he could be risk it some material.
Brisket some.
Yes, not risk it all, but he could be risk it some.
So next ladies' night we need a rank from risk it some to risk it all.
Oh, this is
Yes.
WWE guy. I thought y'all told me Angelo Dawkins somebody was playing on the Slam or something.
No,
Bunny,
no.
who said it? Who said it?
Because I'm have this right here, you see. So
Look,
Tasha, don't let her blame you.
right.
say
Yes.
hi.
Do,
Play shy. Say hi.
look, do not be a witness to that.
Tashita.
Okay.
Yes, she is. Anyway, so last but not least, with all that's going on in our crazy world and crazy sports world, regarding sorry, little kick there. Regarding this football and this ESPN story with the high school that played against a highly ranked team in the country and find out this quote unquote high school team, Bishop Sycamore, is not even a real high school. On top of that, they had some JUCO, junior college players on their roster and they still got their butt whooped by a high school team.
I mean, they was getting their butt whipped by each other also. So
I don't know who it is. Like,
In their defense, they played 2 games in 3 days, and that would be hard on
No.
anybody.
did they win the first game?
No.
it's not even that though, because how did you make it on a national network and highly profiled game?
Look, I love
And
it. I love this story.
people behind the scenes tell you,
I have so many questions.
But if you work at a network, even if a local TV station, if you over here getting the talent, you're like, okay, you're in charge of scheduling or whatever. You're supposed to, in general, you get what's the team's record? Okay, so the season just started. Then you just find out who the coach is. You just give basic information. I'm sorry, at ESPN did not do their job or do their background homework.
They did, and they said they couldn't find nothing. They said, we tried to look into this and we couldn't find nothing. So here's what they told us. So they did their job. They just didn't see them not finding anything as problematic before they
Players mess up. I mean, I feel like the problem started when, like, and mind you, I don't have the athletic sponsorship type parents. Like, I couldn't play for nothing in my life. The only thing I can do athletically is lift weights. That's it. But I can't understand, not judging, as to understand how you could just like pull your kid out of a city, leave them for 5 months, get these phone calls, and like not do some like thorough investigation. I'm more concerned about the parent of the one child, because it seems like everybody else was 19, 20 years old. I'm just more concerned about how there was no additional background check from that perspective versus ESPN just like following the wrong team.
Mm-hmm.
5 months and you don't see your kid, or you don't have actual details, and then like people getting stabbed, bruh. Like, it's not even the point that they're not winning games.
That
They're
sounds
on a
like a
real
boarding
team.
school. If you get
That
away for
sounds
5 months.
that I mean the living arrangements, I mean, mind you, they were in hotels, so I mean it wasn't like completely horrific, but they weren't even getting fed. Like, that was, I don't even have the words for it, but like the disappointment for me, or just the lack of understanding, is how any parent could just be like, you found my kid at an Adidas camp and you want him to be pulled out of a school year, I mean pulled out of his school zone, move into a hotel, and I'm just gonna trust that y'all taking care of my kid. Like, that's where I'm kind of concerned, but I don't have the parents who have that sports drive to do anything so my kid can get, discovered or launched out. But I just don't understand how they didn't catch that sooner. And I mean, he wasn't saying nothing either. He said he was telling them whatever the people told him to tell his mom. But I mean, I just feel like you didn't check once, like you didn't physically go see if he was good, or like what more to the story from that perspective is what I wanted to know.
I used to date an AAU coach for basketball, and
That's the best coaches.
I mean, for relationships, no. I don't know what you talking about, but
Coach wise.
that is not okay. Yeah, he's a really good coach. We'll leave it at that. He was a really good coach. Um, but nah, man. I mean, he just had them kids in Vegas with like no parents traveling with him. He just had them anywhere. He could have been doing anything, and them parents just be like, "Look, help my kid get to Kentucky or get to Duke," and that's all they're thinking about. They're not really here for the rest of that. I was quite surprised exactly how hands off a lot of those parents were, and it seems as though the greater the promise that you could give them, that you could get them to that next level in D1, the more willing they were to be like, you can take little Devontae and do what you need to do with him, and we'll see Devontae on the other side. We'll catch Devontae on the flip. Like, okay,
I know a Devontae, so this makes me laugh. I mean, that's where I'm coming from, a place of like not being judgmental. Because I mean, if you're like, he's from the boroughs in New York, like his family's probably depending on him to make it somewhere. So I understand kind of that perspective. I just don't firsthand, like being a mother. I can't see me. Mind you, I'm coming from a different state of privilege, so like I can't judge from that perspective. My livelihood is not going to be dependent on my child. But at some point, I'm still wondering, like, is this normal in like parental / sports community? Which sounds like from Annie's perspective it is, but it's like 5 months, and like, I don't know what was happening that this kid didn't even feel like he could tell his mom what was happening. Like, you're not even going to school. So if you're not going to school and you're not even going to practices, at some point, schools aren't even coming to see you because you're not going to school.
right. And you're not at a real school either. But coach, how involved are your parents, or how much latitude do you have
Ooh, the
when you're
face.
coaching kids? You
But I don't
can't
have
say.
a whole lot of interaction with parents. I probably have a good solid 5 or 6, and in my AU program for my age group, I have about 28 players. So like six parents for 28 players is not a lot. But I try to keep. It's a lot of women that are around. It's not a lot of males. So me coaching the boys, they tend to get emotionally wrapped with me, and it's cool because I know they kind of try to fill voids. But a lot of the moms involved, they are very they're involved. Like, I love it. They come to all the games, they encourage their boys, and they know I'm gonna tell them they soft. So you get good love and bad love when it comes to me, and moms understand that they don't stand in the way. They just kind of just be watching and giving their input after the games or whatnot. But I don't have a lot of father figures around at all. I don't think I've ever. I think I have one father figure that's at every game, but besides that, I don't have a lot of father figures around.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But you don't think you could take any of your kids for like 5 months on the road without
without
any of their
experience,
mamas asking questions?
yeah, I think I can. Yeah, I think they would be home. Like I think the parents would be sick. Like though,
But they would trust you to do it.
Yeah, I have a good relationship with all my parents since I'm involved in basketball. They trust me with the decisions I make for their college experience, their grades, all that kind of stuff. So we have a great relationship for the parents that are involved.
But you're at a school, right?
No, AAU.
Okay.
AAU.
I mean, like
travel ball from April to September. Damn near.
Gotcha. But if they Google you, they'll find something.
Yes, they would.
So
it depends on what they
that's
Google.
still the disconnect for
It
me.
depends
Is like
on what they Google.
They're gonna find all mixtapes.
They gonna find a mixtape. I mean, eventually they'll see.
No, they gonna
news articles.
No, they gonna find them little Kim and Trina mixtapes. That's what they gonna find.
No, they're not. I have deleted and blocked most of them. So
I saw one of them.
There's so much to the story. Can we do like a off-site prequel to this? Like, I need the before story. I need the
hilarious.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in, Miss Williams. I know you gotta go, Miss Williams.
Bye, Miss Williams.
Bye, Miss Williams.
Y'all funny though.
Annie, we need you to come to St. Louis. I'm moving to my house tomorrow. We need to sit, all four of us. We need to talk. I need details.
Yes, I do need to come up there.
Congrats, Cherita.
Yes, congrats.
Thanks. It's a little bit of a travel bunny, so I might need to meet you halfway sometime. You gotta come out.
I'm used to it being on this side of the water. I'm used to it.
I'm on the other side of another water too. So.
True. I'm on one bridge, you're on the other bridge. That is true.
There's a lake, you passing the water.
I got you. Yeah, buddy. Well, I can't wait to see who's gonna start this platform sports talk show after dark page. It ain't me. I ain't got the time or any patience.
We started that like 30 minutes ago.
I know. I feel like it's up.
We need to Smoooth, we need you to digitally put dollars over Coach as she keeps
Yes, just
make it right.
Girl.
I'm with it.
Come with your Monopoly money, make it rain with that Monopoly money. Go, girl.
I think I got some coins somewhere around here. I got a piggy bank or something.
Damn, that's gonna hurt.
It still spins. I take it if it spins, honey.
And go to the pink slip.
Look, you gotta duck, dodge, dive, and dodge.
But still pick them up. They add up.
Right, but still get the pennies, right?
You can still buy the Lou Williams wings from Maddie City with the
The
coins,
question is, what can you pick them up with? And then you get extra if you...
Oh, see.
I told you, we've been after dark.
Hey, no comment.
We all saw it coming. We saw it coming.
That's some real skill if you can grab a coin off the ground. I can get a pencil, but to get a coin off the ground.
You can what? I'm sorry. Rewind.
I don't know what happened. Let's delete the last 10 seconds of footage.
Let me say
Roll that beautiful.
Alrighty then. So,
Coach, why you?
Coach, why you?
It's not tea.
It is not tea.
It's not tea.
And Cherita got
in your tea.
It is not.
But I always do. Like, this is me every single show. Coach, you sitting here perpetrating because you
man, this is that sleepy time tea.
No, that's that Mike's Hard tea or something.
There's a shot of something in that tea.
That is sleepy time tea.
No, you don't look sleep at all. You was just up here.
I'm gonna crash as soon as I log off. I'm knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
So what time you get up? When the sun come up?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
That's sleeping into me.
We got okay. Mrs. Smoooth is coming through to the ladies' night.
Hey. Come on.
Annie will bring the coins. I'll bring the wine.
There you go. We'll get the coins. Yeah. You'll tea all right.
And I'll be on babysitting duties. Got it.
We need one responsible adult. So clearly.
Right. That's why I'm also the DD, designated driver. Yep, that's me too.
I don't drink alcohol. I can be the designated driver.
Me too. I was drinking tea.
You're gonna be too busy making sure them coins come off the ground, Andy, though. So
you said what?
You're gonna be too busy worrying about them coins come off the ground. You ain't got time to be
Look, I've already while you talking, I've got a whole strategy. Exactly. Coinstar. Exactly. I'm gonna collect all the change.
You can get a sponsor out of this.
Right.
I'm bringing my money gun.
She got a money
Yes. Okay, it's officially in my house if you bring in a money gun.
Right.
Date.
And how come Smooth is real quiet in the chat when
Because he knows
Mrs.
what'll happen when she come back from ladies' night, so he's okay.
Okay, because I'm saying Mrs. Smooth talking about she got a money gun and we ain't got no damn in the chat. But every time
Right.
Manny
Oh,
say
yeah,
something,
I was waiting for that. I already knew.
You gotta
Right.
get that work.
Anyway, yeah, I have a blast. Y'all are hilarious. This has been a very, very
I don't even
ladies'
know
night.
what that means.
This that first of the month.
That
ladies'
could be more
night.
talk than sports.
That
and I
could be
appreciate it.
that could be taken lots of ways. She gonna get the Jimmy Butler. I mean, I don't. What is happening?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm mad everybody's face did that. I'm so mad. So let me go and wrap this up.
all right.
Everybody's
Cheers.
face right there. I'm mad at y'all in that face.
All right.
So let me wrap this up there.
Look, she gonna get the Jimmy Butler's bubble special. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
And I ain't mad at it. Go ahead, get your Jimmy Butler bubble special.
That face everybody had. I wish he could have did a screenshot of that. Because as soon as he
We
posted
need to
that,
set
no
a
social
viewer
media.
increment that the more people who tune in, the darker the show gets.
Don't worry about that, Birdman. Yes, we did just easy past that. Look.
Oh my God, y'all face here. Thank you everyone for tuning into Ladies Night. It's been a
We can't
first
end
of the
on
month
that.
Ladies
No,
Night.
no.
We're not done. We're not done.
We got an after
Anyone
dark
else can you pick
again.
up?
We're
No.
not done. You said
The-
what?
The
What else
facial
can you pick up?
expressions,
Pen.
Coach Stringer, her
I can-
team. Look how she looking. She just like, wait,
I
wait.
can get a big 2.0.
Why were you shocked at the pen but not the pencil? Can we discuss that real quick? They're the same damn size, Coach.
Listen, I'm too young for this.
Look, I'm just
She
saying.
sips her tea and she says that she's too young with her spiked teeth, but
Young for
okay.
this, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facial expressions could be some memes right there.
We gotta end on something else though. We can't end on the pencil.
No,
I mean, we could. That's a hell of a cliffhanger.
But you
Tune
can
in
stay
next Ladies
online.
Night to see what else Andy can do.
line.
Tune in next week where we have the audience propose objects that people can pick up with their cheeks. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all gonna have people be like put Ladies Night on more frequently. I'm like, what? No.
She went off.
Because there's more than tea in that cup. That's why.
We know.
And she looking for objects. She went in her.
Did you put a wig on?
I'm trying to be on y'all status right now.
She just put a wig on top of some braids.
How you Easter Sunday in the front and Lil Wayne in the
Now
back?
that look like an Alabama look. That's Alabama look right there. That's nice and country for you right there.
There you go.
Oh, not the hat. Not the hat.
I already know. I'm going to go somewhere tomorrow in St. Louis to see this in real life. I already
That's
know.
in the South. That's the Alabama look. That's that down south right there. Nice and country.
That has Miss Sealy
with the
all over
sunglasses.
it. Right. That has Miss Sealy written all over it.
You got a scarf? You're
for
missing
that
a
hat.
scarf. Like that's all.
Not a scarf.
You're missing a neck scarf, an ascot.
Oh man! I thought she was going to the junk drawer in the kitchen to try to find some items for contention.
Oh man!
No one else knows how women can be talking about sports instead of other subjects and bring it all together. This is why you need to tune into the show. Platform Sports Talk Show, Ladies Night Edition, first of the month edition. And all that in between that we talked about, they got more. But we don't want to give y'all everything right now. But I want to thank you for everyone for tuning into the show. If you are on Facebook, make sure you follow Platform Sports Talk Show. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe.
Get up.
Also, get ready for the Platform Sports Talk Show. Will come back in 2 weeks. We're going to take a quick little vacation this week, but we'll be back the week of September 15th. Also, shout out to the host with the most, Smooth, and
you know what? Can I do a little plug before you close out? Shout out to Smooth for letting me do the SummerSlam recap. That was like the best night of my my adult life as of yet. So shout out, thank you for that.
All right,
That's
shout
dope.
out. You did an awesome job with you and Coach Turner on WWE, and it probably won't be the last time you all do that. So great job. And somebody also wants to help me sign off. And tell them make sure if they subscribe on YouTube, anytime we go live, tell them they'll be notified. Tell them. If nothing else, Miss Cherita, give us our ladies' night line. We have the what?
The audacity to be ourselves.
Yes.
What are you doing? Oh, sorry. Ladies, stay on, of course, because y'all got your after dark session. But thanks for everyone
Right.
for tuning in. Everything will be archived on YouTube. And somebody won't
Check
let
out
me
Coach Stringer's
break.
mixtape.
Have a wonderful month and
Do
weekend.
your stretches
guys.
before you do your pencil
And
pickups.
we got Coach Stringer that's gonna sing our way on out. She's gonna exit the show for us. We out.
y'all
Come
stop.
on.
Right now?
We're gonna risk it all tonight.
Wow.
With Paul George.
Nah, see, my phone was down.